not subscribed to our channel, you can do so by clicking the subscribe button as shown above. Hello friends, welcome to Kamath Astrology, and today's topic is China will face a lot of turmoil starting 1st August 2022. The Chinese government as well as the people in China will see a lot of problems. Now, why am I saying this? What is the logic and reasoning behind this? Let us see in this video. Now, on the screen, you can see two charts. The left hand side is the birth chart of China or the natal chart of China. So, the natal chart of China is created taking the date as 1st October 1949, 3:1 p.m. Beijing. Now, on the left hand side chart, that is in the natal chart of China, you can see that China has a Capricorn ascendant, and you can also see the moon present in the sign of Capricorn when China was created, which means that right now in transit you can see Saturn in the sign of Capricorn on the right hand side chart along with Pluto. So in the ascendant of China or in the first house of Chinese natal chart, right now in transit you have Pluto and Saturn. Now, what does the sign of Capricorn indicate? It indicates the government, it indicates the economy, it indicates hierarchy, it indicates order, it indicates structure. And when Saturn is with Pluto, what happens? What does Pluto indicate? Pluto indicates breaking down of structures, destruction in order to create a new society. And Pluto also represents rising from the ashes like a phoenix. Which means that now, because Saturn is retrograde and he has entered the sign of Capricorn and Pluto is also present there, something will happen in China which will cause a lot of turmoil, lot of disturbance, and it will result in something better in the long run. But this transformation caused by Saturn and Pluto is going to give a lot of pain to China. Anything that happens in Capricorn creates some issues for China, especially when malefics come in that sign. Now, of course, Saturn rules Capricorn, but when he is with Pluto, it is obviously going to bring about drastic changes in the government's approach in the Chinese economy, as well as it is going to affect the public and the people of China. Now let us look at the fourth house in China's natal chart. The fourth house in China's natal chart is the sign of Aries. That is the sign which is second from the top left in the left hand side chart. Okay, and if you look at the chart on 1st August 2022 in the sign of Aries in the red square, you can see three planets, Rahu, Mars and Uranus. And on this day, 1st August 2022, these three planets, Rahu, Mars and Uranus, will be at exact 24 degrees, which is a very rare conjunction. But this conjunction also indicates a lot of destructive events. You can already see that we had predicted earlier that lot of problems in the aircraft industry will come. Aeroplanes can crash, and right now you can see many SpiceJet planes, many Indigo planes, they are making emergency landings. Sometimes the windshield of these planes is destroyed. So right now there is a lot of turbulence in the airline industry and the planes are undergoing lot of problems. They are likely to crash in the times ahead as I have predicted, that is after 1st August 2022. Another thing which you might have observed till now is that there is a heat wave across Europe. Why is this happening? Because Mars indicates aggression, Mars indicates fire. Rahu is like putting oil in that fire. Rahu also represents smoky things. Uranus represents suddenness. So, across Europe, you can see a heat wave in different countries such as England, UK, and Spain right now. Also, because the Jupiter Neptune conjunction is there in Pisces, and Pisces represents the ocean, the water element. Jupiter represents storms. Therefore, you are seeing a lot of floods, a lot of cloud bursts right now in different parts of the world. Now, let us come back to our original topic, that is with respect to China. Now, where is this Angarak Yoga, that is the combination of Rahu and Mars occurring? It is occurring in the sign of Aries. You also have Uranus there, and these three planets will be at exact 24 degrees on 1st August 2022. Unfortunately, Aries is also the fourth house for China, and fourth house represents a country, its motherland. So, for China, the sign of Aries represents its public, its motherland, and its people. Now, what is happening in the sign of Aries? You have Mars there. Mars represents aggression, Mars represents violence, Mars represents anger, Mars represents fighting for a cause. But Rahu is also present there, and Rahu is like pouring oil into fire. So, what Rahu does is it accelerates the aggression, the anger, the violence of Mars. And therefore, there is a very strong possibility that the Chinese government might do some kind of violence against its own people, like in 1989. The Chinese government had to move tanks to the Tiananmen Square, and lot of students, lot of protesters were killed, and that was really a black blot on China. Similar such incidents can occur in China right now after 1st August 2022. Now, both Mars and Saturn represent the real estate industry. Mars represents the earth element, Mars represents property. And when Mars is with Rahu, Saturn is with Pluto. Lot of property related issues, lot of issues related to housing will come up in China. So, this points out to some kind of housing crisis in China. The real estate sector in China is going to be badly affected because of this combination, and people will suffer a lot because of this combination in China. So, Pluto with Saturn in the sign of Capricorn indicates a lot of hierarchical changes, structural changes in the economy of China. It also indicates a lot of suffering for the people there. The same is indicated by Mars, Rahu, and Uranus in the sign of Aries. Now, this Rahu, Mars, Uranus indicates some kind of violence in the motherland, that is in China itself. And we can see that mostly the Chinese government itself will take some kind of action against the protesters, against the people who are suffering due to a real estate crisis there. So, this is a time when Chinese people have to be very careful, and my advice is do not get into unnecessary conflict with the government if you want to avoid a 1989 like situation. Another interesting thing to note is that China is undergoing a Sadesati because Saturn is transiting across the natal moon, and this Sadesati is there till March 2025. It has started on 16th January 2017 and it will go on till March 2025. So, this is not a very good time for the Chinese economy, for the Chinese people in particular. And whenever China had a Sadesati, it also attacked neighboring countries. For example, we had the Indo-China War in 1962. That time also, China was undergoing a Sadesati. And right now also, you can see China is undergoing the Sadesati. Saturn is in Capricorn and Saturn is also aspecting the Sun, who is in the sign of Cancer. So whenever Saturn and Sun mutually aspect each other, it creates a conflict, it creates a contradiction, or it creates protest between the people represented by Saturn and the government represented by the Sun. So definitely this is a time when China will become aggressive against its own people, as well as it could launch strikes against neighboring countries such as India, Japan, and other countries which oppose China. But what I see really forthcoming is the people of China are going to suffer a lot because of this planetary transit of Rahu, Mars, and Uranus in the sign of Aries, and Pluto and Saturn in the sign of Capricorn. So, definitely till 2025 March, it is not a good time for China. But once this Sadesati is over, China will make a great rise and it will become one of the major powers in the world in times ahead, that is after 2025. But till 2025, the Chinese government is going to definitely make its people suffer, make its people struggle, and that is not a good sign which I see. So, friends, in the days ahead, I do see serious conflict in China. I do see the Chinese people suffering, and incidents such as the Tiananmen Square, which happened in 1989, are highly likely. So, friends, thanks a lot. If you like this video, do mark it as liked on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so by clicking the subscribe button now. To know more about us, visit our website astroseva.tripod.com. For any consultations, email us at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com and we'll be glad to assist you. So friends, thanks a lot. Take care, stay safe, and bye for now.